In a time before computer playout, this is how radio stations fired jingles and adverts instantly on the air. This is a cart machine. So in this video I'll show you how it works, why it mattered so much in radio, and why keeping one running today is a bit of a challenge. This is alfresco engineering, because I'm not allowed to bring this crap in the house. Cart machines took off in radio because they made short audio instant. Jingles, adverts, station idents could all be played at the press of a button. That made them fast, simple and ideal for live broadcasting. So this particular machine is a SIS S190. It followed the same principle as the broadcast machines, but this isn't a particularly high-end unit, and in fact found its way into many a mobile DJ setup, you know, the kind of thing with the Citronics double decks in some single unit, and then one of these to play some of the jingles as part of the mobile disco setup. And this is a close-up look at the cart itself. It's a continuous loop of magnetic tape. There's no rewinding in the normal sense. The tape just kind of loops round and circulates inside the cartridge, and that was what makes these machines so fast for short audio like jingles and adverts. The tape inside was pretty much the same as the 1/4 inch tape that you get on a reel-to-reel, but it was spliced in a way that it was just an endless loop, and various lengths of the loops could be catered for 10-second single shot sweepers to 5 minutes of song. You could even play songs off them, which a lot of American radio stations end up doing because they didn't want to wear out the vinyl that they were playing constantly every hour of every day. So let's have a look with the lid off, shall we? Got the motor here, and as you'll see, even in standby without a cart in, this motor continuously runs on this particular unit, which is not ideal because it'll eventually burn out. If you take a look kind of down here, you can see that the motor drives a flywheel, and then the capstan is in there, and then hidden down here is a pinch roller, and this is attached to a rather fierce looking solenoid, which the pinch roller pops up like that, which I'll show you the reason why that happens in just a moment. Let's put the cart machine in, or the cart in I should say, and immediately that hits a micro switch which tells the cart machine that it's ready, which is good. And now I'm going to hit play, watch the solenoid. So essentially what's happening is this is fiercely slamming the pinch roller against the capstan, which immediately grabs the tape and makes it start rolling. So that's how you get your instant start, but as you can imagine, it's not exactly gentle on such a thin tape. Now, some of the broadcast versions of this didn't slam quite as hard because they had a variable position solenoid which would bring the capstan up to a certain level, and then it would kick in from a much shorter distance. But this one, as you can see, is pretty fierce. And of course the rest of it, much the same as any other tape deck really, the larger head for the larger size tape, and you've got two heads here reading 2 tracks. That's not because it's stereo, this particular unit is mono, but what happens is the audio is on one track, and then on the other track is what is called a Q tone. And it is the Q tone that drives all the logic behind this, because tape's currently playing, but without in any intervention, when it detects the Q tone, the solenoid will stop it playing and it will be queued up ready for next play. It's going to take forever now, isn't it? There we go, and the solenoid drops, tape stops playing, and it's ready for next time. You can either put it away, or you can get it back out again and just play the same jingle again, instant start. Okay, so what I've done now is I'm measuring with the scope across the head that is receiving the Q tone, so you can actually see the Q tone come in and see it match the stopping point of the cart. And there it is. All it is 1 kilohertz, and that gets rectified down to a DC voltage which drives the logic to make it stop. So here's a closer look at the control board which does both logic and audio. Now we've got the 2 op amps, as that's the one we were measuring across just now to get the Q tone, and then this one up here is the audio op amp, which just boosts the level out of the tape head in order to get it to a level that's useful to drive a mixing desk. I've got some relays down here and a big transistor to power that heavy duty solenoid. Over here's the motor. Mains down here, keep your fingers well away. Transformer for the lower voltage stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, this is a very basic model. On the more advanced broadcast machines, you'll find extra Q tones and more clever ways of doing the capstan and the motor, which reduced some of the maintenance. I say some of it, but actually the machines did need a lot of maintenance to keep them tip-top and sounding good. Some of the Sonifex HS models, which are common in UK radio stations, you've got a secondary Q which could put the machine into fast mode, which is effectively fast forwarding to the next Q point. And there was also a tertiary Q that could be recorded as well, which would drive another cart machine. So you could basically set it to start the next advert in an ad break, and it would start seamlessly rather than waiting for the complete stop of the previous cart. So yes, that is the cart machine, which for decades gave radio stations fast, reliable and almost instant access to short audio, jingles, adverts, promos, station idents. It just became a standard part of the broadcast workflow, really. By the mid-90s, mid to late 90s, computer playout had taken over, which brought in more flexibility, reliable quality. Everything was just better with computers, unfortunately. And eventually full automation came in as well, which meant the DJ could actually leave the studio. The old studio workhorses were relegated into storerooms. They were left to rot with aging electronics, worn out motors having done, years of service, and obviously an increasingly fragile tape format as well. And for anyone attempting to keep these machines alive, time is basically running out. Shedding is common in the tapes now. Every time you play it, you have to clean the heads to clear the shedded tape off. And then in addition to that, trying to actually find replacement tape, because it needs special lubricated tape, which is lubricated on the rear of the tape. Trying to find that to remake a cart is pretty much impossible these days. And yet, they're still remembered fondly. For many a radio disc jockey, there was something about that special clunk of loading a cart. Let's hear it again. Oh yes, and the big solenoid thump as it started to play. And it was something about having something physical in your hand for every item that you were playing as well. So that's it, a look at the cart machine. Please subscribe for more geeky content from Alfresco Engineering, because I'm not allowed to bring this crap in the house.